What's up, everybody? Welcome to Moneyline Media and another episode of Brooklyn Tides Hot Stove. We are being joined by Jonathan Pinero. Jonathan, how you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm doing great, feeling good, excited to be here.
We're so excited to have you on.
Uh,
So, gotta ask, you started your career at Bishop Ford. Did you play Xaverian when you were at Bishop Ford?
Yeah, I did. So I went to Bishop Ford High School, and we definitely played Severian High School since they were in our division.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely a rivalry there. But most some of our Tide teammates are kids I played against in high school, and some of them that play in the league are people that I've played against at Ford.
Who did you hate the most on Xaverian?
If I could pick, I mean, I didn't really hate any of them because I played a lot of summer ball with them because I played with the Bonnies. I played Bonnie, so I played with a lot of them in the summer, and I played youth service in the Sayo Grays and all these guys, and they were all on that team. So, but I definitely wanted to beat them just because they were all my boys and wanted to talk a little trash to them. So definitely always wanted to beat Severian in high school, 100%.
You wanted bragging rights.
100%.
Gotcha.
So, Jonathan, how did you get your start with the Brooklyn Tides?
So it's actually funny. My phone is ringing. Sorry about that. But I got my start with the Brooklyn Tides because I actually played softball with Stingo, with Paul, on the Irish in Brooklyn. And JD plays, Robbie played. And then I didn't even know they ran the Tide team. I just saw them playing on Instagram. Mm-hmm. And I would be like, oh, I didn't even know that was your team. And they were like, hey, do you want to play? And one fall, actually last fall I was supposed to play and I did not because I just couldn't with coaching and my schedule. And then this summer it just kind of like worked out where I was super free and things were kind of in limbo with COVID. Mm-hmm. And I was like, yeah, I want to play 100%. So, and it was probably the greatest decision ever because I had so much fun.
Did you play hardball with the contract negotiations to join the Tides?
I did not, but the first season was definitely like a little bit of hardball because Paul definitely wanted me to play, and I was like so into it, and I told him like, yeah, I'll definitely play the fall, especially after we finished our softball season, and I ended up not playing because I really just couldn't do it. Like things came up last minute, and I was kind of upset about it. So when he asked me again, I was 100% in because I even felt more bad that I said yes and didn't do it.
This year was definitely an emotional one for the Tides as you lost Christian Santo, who had been a player there for a while. You got the honor of playing third base, which was his position. The game after he had passed, you took a knee when they all were warming up. How big was that moment for you?
I mean, I think it was. I mean, it's kind of tough to say. So, like, I remember watching the episode when you guys had Nick on, Stumpo, and he spoke about this. There's a lot of players on the team that knew Christian Santo, and they all knew him to a different extent. So, like I was just telling you in the beginning of this interview, Christian Santo was on Severian. He was on that team I wanted to beat all the time. And I never got to play I never got to, hang out with Christian Santo outside the baseball field. I always hung out with him on the field because we knew the same people. And he was a great person, so that when I joined the team and saw him a lot this summer, it was fun. But what made it more emotional is I actually told the team that day, real cool story about that day. Because I was kind of thinking, because I coached baseball, and then it was a great night because I got to see a lot of people that I hadn't seen in a number of years, like guys that played with him on Sayo Grays, guys that played at Severian. So it was kind of nice to see everybody in a COVID year. But it sucks because what I actually said in the huddle was, we all make sacrifices to play this, simple men's league. And at the end of the day, we all grew up trying to play baseball and trying to make it to the big leagues, and we didn't. But we have this really nice night to just play baseball together. Mm-hmm. So let's play for fun. Let's have a great time because that's exactly the type of ball player Santo was. He was always at the field having a good time. He was a positive energy guy. And this is just a guy that I really hung out with at the baseball field. And the fact that we spent most of the summer together playing, and then to just for the things that happened to happen, it kind of sucked. But it was really nice because I think that brought everyone on the team together a little bit. and not all of us know each other for that long. So but we all knew Santos. So the way it kind of brought us together was a cool little thing. And, to just reflect on your own life was an awesome thing too. So it sucked to lose Santo, but for me, it was an awesome night to play third base. I was definitely a little nervous just because I wanted to play good for him. I actually made an error on the first play I got, believe it or not.
He was definitely laughing at you.
yeah, definitely. It was actually really funny because I was at third and we decided to leave the base open when everyone took the field. So I took a knee. I thought it'd be fit to take a knee, and I just said a little prayer. I wear a chain with a cross and baseballs on it because I just love playing baseball, and I said a little prayer, and then I just went out there and just played and said what I said before, it ain't the big show, but we get to play, so we can't take that for granted.
It's a show.
It is a show.
So, Jonathan, we have here that you have a bacon, egg, and cheese review Instagram account.
I do.
So we got to know, where's the best bacon, egg, and cheese in Brooklyn?
All right, so I honestly been slacking on my review account, but I got to get back on it, 100%. I've definitely been slacking on it, though, a little bit. But if I had to rate the top place in Brooklyn right now, man, I don't think it's not even close, and nobody has disagreed with me yet, honestly. I actually sent Jerry there, and he loved it. Bagel Pub on 4th Avenue. It's between 4th and 5th Avenue and 9th Street. It's right next to the McDonald's there.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
All right, it's a little pricey and a little earthy in there, but it is super good. It's fire. Like, I really don't like getting a bacon, egg, and cheese. I like getting bacon and egg, and I'll get into that hot take how the cheese is a big cop-out to match the sandwich. But they have good cheese, put tons of bacon. It's fire. I love it there. That's the best place for me.
You doing salt, pepper, ketchup?
Nah, I do a little salt, pepper, no ketchup, because I get it on an everything bagel. So I don't.
I get it. I get it on the everything bagel.
Yeah, everything bagel, bacon and egg, light salt, pepper. If I'm at a Hispanic spot, I add adobo. Depends where I'm at.
Who are you most likely to take advice on getting a bacon, egg, and cheese from on the team?
Oh, that's a good one. Oh man, if I had to, I would have to ask Stella, to be honest, because Stella's a teacher, and he's a gym teacher like myself. So we usually kind of like eat our sandwiches as we're working. So we need something on the go. So I would assume he's getting a lot of bagels, a lot of bacon and eggs for breakfast, and probably Jerry too, because he's usually working on the go.
Gotcha. Speaking of, I guess, Jerry, Butchie's Heat was not happy with Jerry's interview with us, calling them the bad Red Sox. Stingle told me to make sure to ask you about this. How do you feel about it? I know this is going to be a hot take.
I know. I love raging, scorching takes. I thought Jerry crushed it in his.
He did crush it. He did.
I thought he crushed it. I thought he was a beast at it. So they'll just go off that. So like I said, it was my first year with the team. So when we were like coming into these games, and I actually missed a lot of the games where we played them during the year. I only played them once during the regular season. So when we played them in the playoffs, I know a couple guys on that team too. So when the game was like super chippy, I was like, whoa, what's going on here? And like Jerry and Paul explained the like dynamic of the like our little rivalry, and I could just feel it just because I know baseball. Right. So it's kind of fun to play in, just because it brought a different energy to the game. So to me, it was dope. And we got the best of them in the fall. So that was definitely a good feeling for us. It sucked that we didn't finish the job at the end. But to beat them, they're right. It does feel a little good just because, you get to chirp a little bit at each other. It's a little fun. But I know a lot of the guys on that team. So to me, it's just like friendly bad blood. So to me, I love it.
Are they the bad Red Sox?
That's harsh. That's harsh. The bad Red Sox. They're a good team, though. They got a good team, but I guess you could compare them to the bad Red Sox. They got a good team, and you hate them. You could compare them that way, definitely. They do make sense in terms of our fun.
And Jerry is a Yankee fan, so it makes sense when you put it like that.
It definitely makes perfect sense. Right. But they're a good team too at the end of the day. So I guess it's both credit. So it's a perfect match.
Gotcha.
When we spoke to Jerry, he did mention that he had to ream out a couple guys for not staying in shape. It doesn't appear that you were one of them. What have the challenges been for you throughout this pandemic, throughout COVID-19, to stay in shape and stay healthy, ready coming up for the 2021 season?
So for me, actually, like for the longest time, I was kind of like a little out of shape for my own self. And I kind of got back into it, like jumping rope when the pandemic first hit. And I needed to like cut some weight that I wanted to cut because I like playing sports all the time. So I started jumping rope. But also for me, a different dynamic was because since I coach a lot, I throw a crap ton of batting practice.
Yeah.
Like, I can't even like explain how much throwing over the top to batting practice I do in one summer. So a lot of times when I would get to the games, my arm would be shot. So it'd be very difficult to do that. So I think this year I'm definitely going to long toss a lot more because this is my first season back. And I kind of like just jumped into it. Like, yeah, I could still kind of just jump into playing. But the league was so good, like in terms of the competition, like between the Heat, between brothers, between the Brew Crew, like in the whole league itself was so good that like I was like, oh my God, you need to come correct. Like guys need to show up an hour before the game. You need to hit and I like that. That's what I like most about the league. So for me, I think it's fun to be this competitive again a little bit, just once a week.
Right. Speaking of the league, Dimitri, I don't know if you saw this. We talked about it. Dimitri did. Sorry, I have to get into the drama a little bit. I pretend
I
like
love the drama.
I
love the drama.
I try to be like Stephen A. a little bit.
I'm a big humor filled for the team.
Oh, okay, perfect. Dimitri, I was not happy that he was not mentioned. I don't know if it was for the Cy Young or the Golden Glove, but he was not mentioned in the vote, and he did at the Wolfpack asking if they were hiring. Any hot take on that?
Oh, the hot take. I mean, Dimitri's testing the free agent market. I respect it. He has to get his value. I mean, he's just throwing out there that he has some value. He could bring some value to the team, and he wants to ruffle Jerry and Paul's feathers. So
yes,
he's got to keep them on their toes.
I did hear that. He was trying to do that. But speaking of the Golden Glove, we actually have the winner with us. The winner of the Brooklyn Tides Golden Glove is Jonathan.
I didn't know that, so I think it's very funny.
Congratulations.
You are the winner. Congratulations. Congratulations. So that was kind of my little segue of putting that in.
Oh, that's great.
So
I
congratulations.
actually voted for Dave, our center fielder.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
that's so humble.
He made some fire. He made some fire plays all year for us. So like, I mean, I don't know the exact stats that like he would have had, but like he made some big plays for this year in the outfield, and outfielders don't get enough loves because at the end of the day it's pop-ups, but he made some big plays for us out there. Right.
Well, yes, you are the winner. Paul wanted to make sure that I told you during this interview. Congratulations. Congratulations. Well deserved.
All right, yeah.
And congrats to every.
Never tell me, by the way. Why am I always finding out?
Because it's then part of the interview. Your legit reaction. I know. I need to be better with that. Because you know what it is? I text Paul and then I'm a gay woman and I've never had so many men texting me. It's you. It's Paul. It's always you. It's always Paul. Like that. I forget which one I tell what to. Like you're both like, you know.
You feel like it's the same conversation. Yeah. You're having the same conversation twice.
Right. You guys are like my boyfriends without benefits. It's like, all right, I gotta tell one thing and one the other thing. So, but yes, good for you on the Golden Glove. Any thoughts on it? Can we get a little victory speech?
Oh yeah, no. So it definitely feels good. I'm happy I won the Gold Glove just because like I coach, so I take pride in that. And most of the things I do are defensive lessons, so at least it would be like fitting for me to kind of win it. And if I didn't, like it'd probably look bad on my part. No big deal. But nah, I mean, there was plenty of dudes on the team that were like super dope that could have like got it. So the fact that like I know most of our teammates do the voting, so the fact that they thought I should have got it is definitely fun, especially with my first year and getting to know most of the people. It was a great time, so I loved it. It feels good.
Well, congratulations again. I want to also get into so you played at LIU Brooklyn, which
Yeah.
is in the NEC, correct?
Yeah.
So did you play Robbie in college as well?
I did not. So actually, I have Robbie was in my conference. So I forgot me and Robbie always have this conversation like 10 times because we forget it because we're burnouts. But Rob, I was a sophomore when Robbie was on the team, or maybe like I was a freshman. I can't remember the dynamic. But my role at LIU, I didn't really play.
Okay.
My freshman year, I didn't really touch the field, so I didn't get a chance to really go against Robbie. And then my sophomore year, same thing, I didn't really play. And then my junior and senior year, I just ran track, and then I took an independent baseball route to play pro ball. So that's like it. So my college route was a little different, but I definitely so I didn't know Robbie back then. I only knew his brother. I didn't even know he was on Secret Heart. So it's funny. I definitely played against him, but I was on the bench, and so I didn't really get to play against him.
Gotcha. James, I think it's time that we do our.
Oh, I think it's time.
It's time to do our most likely, which has been a hot topic. I heard in the group chat. Who's getting what wrong? Who's getting what right? Let's start off. We do like some different, some the same.
Okay.
But so who is most likely to pay the bar tab?
On the team, you're talking about naming guys off the team?
On the team, yeah.
Paul or Jerry, definitely.
Paul, Jerry, okay.
Most likely to home run trot on a caught fly ball.
Oh, Lou, 100%. Like the new shortstop we picked up, my boy, 100%. Like he probably like, even though he hit a bunch of home runs for us, he would definitely do it.
Who is most likely to storm the mound?
I mean, who's likely to either Robbie or Stella. And
okay.
For two different reasons. Robbie would actually be fired up and be pissed, and Stella would be like the baseball lifer and be like, "You can't do that," da da da, and then get fired up.
Gotcha. Okay.
Most likely to eat an entire bag of sunflower seeds.
I would say I would give it to one of the POs. So you could have given it to any one of the POs. Tony would crush a bunch of sunflower seeds. Mitch will crush a bunch of sunflower seeds. That belongs to the POs. That's for the POs right there.
Gotcha.
Across the board.
Most likely to bat flip on a walk.
I would give it to Paul. I think if Paul got
a walk, okay.
He would bat flip.
That's a new answer. We usually get Robbie.
Yes.
I would give it to Robbie, but I feel like it's too easy to pick him.
Okay.
Most likely to slide for no reason.
Nate.
I think that was the answer we got the last time that we asked that question.
I have a feeling too.
Because you can't explain it. Sometimes Nate just does like Nate things, and then like you want to yell at him, and then he might not hear you, and then sometimes he hears you. You never know what you get with Nate. It's great. I love him.
Okay, so we did most likely to pay the bar tab, most likely to leave without paying his half of the bar tab or his tab.
Oh, myself, me, 100%.
Like honesty. Honesty's great.
Love honesty.
100% me, 100%. If I can squeeze out of there, I will, but I usually do it because you have to. You don't want to be that guy.
Gotcha. Teacher salary, that's what it is.
But if I can be like, hey, you want to ride home and you cover the tab, I got you. I'm that guy.
Gotcha.
So Jerry mentioned about trying to get everybody to wear the same uniform. So we got to ask, who's most likely to show up in the wrong uniform?
Oh man. This one's good. I mean, I would have to give it to Jonathan Fonseca, our pitcher, just because of like how he pulls up to the field. Like he always just comes in just chilling, and I could see him like looking in his bag, like, oh shit, I forgot my shit. You know, like that would be his response too. Exactly how he would do it, and he knows that that's exactly how he reacts. So I would say it would be Jonathan for someone to mess up the uniform.
Okay. Well, so most likely to forget their glove. Would that also be him?
No. That's tough. That one's tough. I don't think anyone would, honestly.
Okay.
I think I give everybody a little bit of credit here. I don't think anybody forgot their glove.
Okay.
I would forget my glove, but I leave my baseball equipment in my trunk, so it's never forgotten.
Oh, gotcha.
I cheat. I cheat the system, or else I would.
That's that coaching life.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so you have a chain on, but who is most likely to wear one of those big, like, Yoenis Cespedes chains with their number on it, encrusted?
Again, I gotta give this one to our newly addition. It has to go to Lou, our shortstop. Out of everybody who could do it, like nobody knows his mentality just yet because he's new to the team. But if that dude could pop a gold chain, if he could, he would 100%.
Okay.
100%.
This one we typically get. Well, Paul gave apparently the wrong answer, but everyone else has given the same answer. Most likely to have groupies at the game.
Roofies?
Groupies,
I
yeah.
said roofies. I was like,
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Roofies,
Not
100%.
that kind of show.
I was about to say we're getting aggressive.
No.
I was like, let me get a sip of water.
Even if someone did, we would not want to know.
Yeah, I would have thought so. I'd be like, damn. But this is Robbie, no brainer.
Okay.
All right.
See, that's a typical.
That's no brainer. That's auto.
Yeah. Okay. That's been the answer we get. And someone said they're like, would bring, has been. Someone told us that people randomly follow the Tides page just to see pictures of him.
I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest. That's the bad part. I don't know if that's bad or good, but I think that's funny.
I mean, I guess it's good for him.
It's great for him. I mean, I'm jealous, honestly. You see that guy? It's a good guy right there.
He's a good-looking guy. He's just a good-looking guy.
We bust his chops about it all the time, though. It's great. But it's 100% Robbie on that one.
Gotcha.
Which brings me to my next question. Deirdre, I'm stealing your question here. If you don't, just same question. Which player on the team would you most likely allow to date your sister?
Oh, man, that's tough. I would definitely let Stella just because he's my guy, and he would make me laugh. 100%. He's my guy. He makes me laugh, and I think I could bust his chops enough that it would be annoying. It would be great to bother him most of the day.
I think the Stark brothers are definitely leading that. Everyone's like, oh, the Stark brothers.
Oh yeah, in terms of character, they win 100%. Everyone else goes out the window. But I'm going strictly off of my entertainment. I would annoy Stella the most, and I would take enjoyment from that. But in terms of character, the Stark bros win auto.
That's what we hear. All right, let's do about two more, James. I think we got two more in us. Who is most likely to switch teams without telling anyone?
Oh, that's like a little that's shady. That's rough.
Yeah.
That is rough.
Oh my God.
Listen, we're not.
We could stir up conversations in the chat right now with this.
I know. Listen, we're here to stir up stuff.
Oh my God! I mean, it has to go to Dimitri. No, he's been testing for agency.
I mean, he has put it out there though, and his defense, everyone knows.
Yeah, you're right. So it's the opposite. We're saying who would do it without.
Yeah, I feel like I don't even know him. I'm excited to have him on the show, but just from he's more the one to let everyone know he's leaving and then would stay.
Yeah.
The opposite.
He'd be like, I'm going. Actually, I'm going to stay.
Exactly.
You got one more beer?
Exactly.
Yeah, he'd be like, man, if I to pick and leave, man, I honestly, I really don't know. I feel bad about it. I don't know. I feel bad that I don't have a good answer. I got to go with Dimitri, honestly, because he might just do it.
Okay.
All right. Who's most likely to be sitting on the bench and run over to the ice cream truck in the middle of a game to grab a cone?
Myself, 100%. I love ice cream. Fun fact, I broke my jaw and I only got to eat ice cream for those 2 months, so I love ice cream. So any chance there's ice cream, I'll pull over. I see a Mr. Softy truck and I'm driving my truck, I'll pull over and get it.
It's the
I
best
love
ice cream.
So
All right, well, that question was too easy, so I'll throw another one at you. Who's most
Yeah.
likely to wear way too much equipment, meaning elbow guard, the shin guard, the wrist guard, the thumb guard?
Nate, 100%. Nate wears a bunch of stuff, but it's actually mad funny because he needed all that shit this year because he got nailed every at bat. So it's actually super funny. But Nate, 100% wears way too much shit. He has his chain out, his little earpiece thing in so he can hear his leg brace, everything. The only thing he's missing is the thing to slide. You know what I'm talking
Oh,
about?
the sliding pad, yeah. Does he have the flip-ups, the flip-up sunglasses?
Nah, he doesn't. I wish. We need to swag him out a little more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, whenever his birthday is, that's what you need to get him.
Yeah, 100%. You can get them at like Modell's or Dick's. I think they still sell them.
Yeah,
those little
exactly.
ones. The Franklin ones.
Yeah.
The Carlos Beltran special.
Definitely Nate.
Jonathan, thank you so much for coming on. We can't wait to have you back on soon. Go Tides, and best of luck with everything.
All right, I appreciate you guys having me. I had a great time. All right, thank you.
All right, have a good one, Jonathan.
Later, guys.
Golden Glove winner.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. Yes, shout out to everybody for giving me that. Later.
Take care. Stay safe, stay well. All right, that was Jonathan Pinero of the Brooklyn Tides, and that concludes this episode of Brooklyn Tides Hot Stove, presented by Moneyline Media.
Yes, presented by Moneyline Media. We had 2 of them tonight, so they should be out tomorrow. Hoping. All right, and we will be back with 2 more interviews.
Yes, stay safe, stay well.
Stay hydrated.